If you're watching this program in Creole, and I'm sorry, you're a Creole speaker or French speaker, as I said in the beginning, today we're gonna try our best to carry almost, I would say, like a three-quarter of the program in English. We're gonna try our best. English is not our primary language, but we're gonna do our best to kind of work on this topic because there is a lot of issues going on right now with this subject. So if you speak Creole, stay with us. I know a lot of people who speak Creole, they also speak English, and you'll be able to be part of this program and comment. You can comment. I will be able to see your comment. If something you disagree with, you can also comment. There is no hard feeling. There is no issue with that. But we're gonna carry this program in English and mostly, and we're gonna bounce left and right and between English and Creole, so everybody understand and what we're talking about. The subject today is silence. It's not fear, and I know a lot of us live this reality where people mistaking silence for fear or as an act of weakness. And today we are going to talk about silence. Silence. How a word can be seen differently and misinterpreted in the vocabulary of bully. There are millions of people who daily have been targeted by the so-called bully who feel that they are entitled or they are in control of everything. These soft-hearted people go home every day, absorbed like a sponge until they are completely full. And if you have not been a target, or if you are a target, this program is for you. You are not alone. Don't think you're the only person dealing with this kind of reality every day or wherever you go. You're not alone. There is millions of people who have been targeted for the same reason. And today you should learn more about strength and character. The risk of suicide increase significantly each year. It is the third leading cause of death among young people. Over 4,400, if I want to say 4,400 deaths per year. These people, they are so vulnerable and have been taken advantage of. Most of the time, these are the people you see almost every day. Most of the time, they are quiet. They are not open. They also distance themselves from others. Always distance themselves. Don't get me wrong, though. Adults also experience the same thing. It's not just like a young kids who experience this kind of problem. Also, adults are more likely. Adults also develop that kind of problem. Face this kind of reality. But the difference between adult and a young kid or a child, adults are more likely to develop what you call a shield of protection better than the youth because of life experience. You know, people who's already in the 40s and the 30s have more experience than a child, you know, that's only 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, 18. You know, you've seen a lot more in life than these kids because there's things they have not experienced yet. And when they face this kind of reality, they don't know how to behave. They don't know how to control themselves. They don't know who to talk. Sometimes they go silent. You know, sometimes they don't have a friend to talk to. They just go silence. You know, and they kind of like isolate themselves. They don't talk to people. They stay in the room. They don't want to be part of the outside world because of this kind of issue. So you're not alone. There's millions of people dealing with the same kind of reality. And that's exactly our topic today, our subject today. Silence is not fear. The kids, they're not open to talk about what they experience inside of their home, in school. You know, they kind of holding it inside. You know, sometimes you can put pressure on a kid and say, what exactly happened?